Good afternoon, everyone. It has been very nice to be here to give this talk. But to be honest, this is the first time I give a talk in front of so many engineers and engineers-to-be and engineering scientists. But however, this is good. This is an enjoyable interaction. Since I clearly understand without the development of engineering technology, the medicine or medical science won't be developed sustainably or rapidly. Okay, the first slide I'd like to deliver to you is to try to mention the health is the key issue of global attention. In spite of the differences in the social system or political system among different countries, even sometimes we see the local wars, but still the main thing of the world currently still is peace, development, and collaboration. At this background, so we, the human, the whole world will pay attention to the health. So two messages I'd like to deliver here. The first of all is that both developed and the developing countries are facing the burden of major chronic disease, non-infectious disease like malignant cancer, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and so on, and also facing the threats of infectious disease. Another issue I'd like to deliver here is disease profile in China currently cover the features of both developed and the developing country. Some of you, even in this morning, think that China is one of the rising superstar. So thank you for your nicely saying so, because when we're talking that China is a developed country, we still say China is a developing country. So good things we like to know is in most of the countries currently, they have a consensus voice from government, community, media, different societies and organizations. They think the control of the major disease is largely dependent on the development of medical research, biotech research, and engineering research. This is we call this a modern model for the current medicine. They call this a translational medicine. In this model, the clinical observation, clinical questions, clinical demands will drive the whole models. We're leading these models. So because for the clinic, they need discovery of new drugs, like last two speakers already mentioned that. They need a good approach to make the earlier diagnosis that generate a better therapeutic efficacy. Also generate a targeting therapy, they will do the personal medicine. So because there is a demand, there is a question, so we need to conduct some basic research like genomic science, proteomics, metabolomics, and molecular biology, chemical biology. All those basic research and clinical research pretty much they rely on the development of engineering research. So including microchips, sequence, molecular images, biomaterials, robots, digital the medicines, and bioinformatics. So I'll review a little bit with the main thing of this health session, the contribution of engineering research to the personalized medicine. Today I just make examples using the microchip and the sequence. This is one of the 1,000 clinical observations why we need to develop personalized therapy. This is a breast cancer. 5 patients clinically diagnosed very similar stage, like 2B. Patient has very similar age. According to this situation, doctor will apply the similar approaches for the treatment, but the outcome could be quite different. 2 are good, follow-up 8 years. 8 years follow-up, nothing happened, cured. But 2 of these 5 patients probably maybe 1 year later, they got a relapse. And another one, 3 years later, got a metastatic. So they will show you different metastases. So we need to understand the underlying mechanism from molecular cellular signaling pathway, because each patient probably maybe they will derived from alteration in the different alteration of the signaling pathway. For example, the first one, P3, second one, BRCL1, third one, RAS, Wnt, EGFR. So we need to use a powerful approach to individualize those patients. Because there is a situation, clinically, we often see insufficient treatment or over-treatment. For example, this is like a new adjuvant therapy. When we use a chemotherapy agent to treat the patient, and we'll get a different outcome for different groups of patients. Then we use a microchip. Here we can divide it into two groups. The left one is sensitive, then we can go ahead and use this kind of therapeutic agent, and then the right one is non-responder. So we have to change or use another effective agent. Similarly, for the infectious disease, sometimes the clinician will use a first line to treat the patient, get failed, then select the second one. So use this engineering, the technology, we can quickly divide the different types of these bacteria. So even the time is shorter, 6 hours versus the traditional 8 weeks, because sometimes the patient cannot wait too long. Another big issue is for the TB. China currently is the second largest TB the country. This critical issue to generate the good therapy for the TB treatment is how to conquer drug resistance. So use this engineering research, the outcome that we can divide, use as a microchip. We can divide it. We can quickly pick up the drug resistance, use this array assay. Also versus like 4 to 6 hours versus 4 to 8 weeks. Another issue, the big issue in China is HPV infection. So we have a large population of people. It's about like 8 million people got infected by the HPV, and some of that will develop to the liver cancer. So when we treat this HPV virus, and we also will see the echo of this virus resistant to this to the therapy. So we need to pick up this resistance and select the efficient approach for the treatment. This is for the microchip. Another issue will very much to help the personalized medicine is a sequencer. So this is the development, the different milestones of sequence technology. Okay, the last year, the UK government launched a program. They will sequence like 100,000 people for the whole genome. They believe, I think they are convinced by the scientist community, they believe this to get good understanding of the whole genome. Definitely they will help the treatment of both cancer and the rare disease. This is why the UK government put this governmental support, this issue. And with this sequence technology, and we can pick up mutations like congenital amaurosis, and otherwise superficial actinic porokeratosis. And this is recent work, and we just finished, not published yet, and we did a whole genome sequence to pick up genomic alterations in esophageal cancer. Because the esophageal cancer mortality in China will take like more than 50% compared whole world for the esophageal cancer cause the cancer deaths. So the red one, it's I couldn't see that one. Anyway, the red and green one is a metastasis, another one is a non-metastasis. If without a metastasis, the patient could survive longer. So we can pick up this patient. And also profile of mutation, amplification, and structural alteration can lead to the personalized therapeutic approaches. The final example I pick up, our scientists in China, they did studies to analyze the gastric bacteria and the pickup association with type 2 diabetes. Okay, according to what I just presented, and again review the theme of the session, how the new technology can be used to enhance the quality of the care available in our clinic and hospitals, and to offer a healthier future to the development the world. So we need to clearly understand what is underlying the challenge. I have 3 thoughts here, put here. The first of all, we do need more innovative engineering technology, like many scientists presented here and will present it in next 2 days. But sometimes the quality of care is not only dependent on the invention of a new technology, but also the research model. We like to see the interaction between engineering scientists and medical scientists and clinicians, and which will integrate technologies into clinical demands. So this is a second point. The third point I'd like to bring here is breakthrough of technology are important. But making this technology practical and available is more important, because a lot of community and even in the rural area, the mountain area, they need practical technology to do the individualized therapy. So last slide, I presented here a few questions. The first of all, we need to develop effective communication between clinicians and researchers in order to translate clinical observation, demand questions into scientific issues, convert into scientific issues. I believe maybe 1 or 2 more clinical experts will deliver more presentations here. Secondly, how to develop the high-quality clinical information related to biobank. We need to, this biobank is dependent on the complete clinical information. The third, how to develop the national network among multiple clinical centers to facilitate the data sharing. So I believe the United States and the United Kingdom have done a good job. We like to learn from you. And the last point I'd like to put here is how to develop international collaboration, which is able to attract the interest from scientists, either like medical scientists, engineering scientists, and clinical experts in different countries in order to conquer global health threats. This is the main thing. This is the goal of this grand challenge. I'd like to stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much.